Hi. You know you're gonna ride along today. Hi, it's Kevin Easy here. Uh, no, trying to do a lot more creatively with tormented sounds. Putting up some new shirts. There's one cursive Z, and I think three let it go. It ends up one of my favorites is the Transformers because I'm goddamned if I'm not, you know, one of the biggest fans of Transformers ever. Most people know that. But anyway, yeah, it's something I shouldn't have to explain, but I think that I'm gonna get a rant about Transformers, right? Okay. Transformers to me is this show that came out when I was a kid, so I was about 9, uh, and I went and saw the movie. Transformers movie. It was like the first movie I remember going to see as a kid. And I was so hyped about. I asked my mom to go, and I went to the American Mall to go see it. The place isn't even around anymore, but at the American Mall, and I was one of those kids that cried when Optimus Prime died. Because to me, Optimus Prime is like the best character in fiction of all time. He's noble, heroic. He always makes the right call. The fucking phrase, his quote, "Freedom is the right of all sentient beings," is something I think is perfectly what written. But that movie affected me and got me into heavy metal because the soundtrack was, all these bands and just straight up cock rock, hair metal bands. It's pretty awesome. I still love the fucking soundtrack. Uh, Even the theme was pretty bad aspect then. Uh, I had Weird Al on the soundtrack, which I was a big Weird Al fan as a kid. But I really loved cars, still do. Robots or something I always joke about, but truthfully, it's just to sum it up. Transformers to me was like the perfect cartoon. I was so into it. I remember when the cartoon thing went to the fourth season of it. I was bummed because it did, it was over. And then you become a teenager or preteen, and you know toys and stuff like that aren't cool anymore. I was into skateboarding and music and stuff. But I always kind of would go through the toy aisle, still do, and check out what was out. There was a lot of crap for a lot of years, but I always kept my eye on it. Beast Wars came out, and I was one of those people who was a truck not monkey kind of person. Which basically I liked Optimus Prime. He's a semi truck. He's heroic. He has a perfect physique. Semi truck face, your semi truck chest. Like it was a perfect storm of character design. And then you got this gorilla. I didn't get it at first, but I gave it a chance, and the characters of like Black Arachnia and Silver. Um, I was gonna say Cheetor, Rat Trap, Silverbolt. I really like the love affair between Silverbolt and Black Arachnia. It's like always been like my favorite couple of I don't know, whatever. I'm a dork, but needless to say, they tied it in perfectly to the. I was living in Finley at the time. I was met my first wife about then. I started collecting the toys again. I still had all my G1s at the time. And I caught Unicron and all the Armada stuff that was good. Not all of it, because Armada and Cybertron and those were fucking pretty shitty, but kind of like Power Rangers. Anyways, I'm kind of getting on a tirade about Transformers, and that's not where I was going to go with this. But the characters I love dearly. They fucking bring me solace when fucking things aren't going so well. I'll get a Transformer and I'm instantly taken back to an innocent time, more innocent time, a time when there wasn't bills and drama and relationships and lying, manipulating, just a happier time. And I used to get shit from people for having toys, but I don't sit around. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what anybody does with their own free time, but for me, it's always been like I like to paint them, customize them the way I think. If it's a car, I like to try to make it look like a real car, and I kind of collect them. I've been really happy with the new series that's out. I've been fucking kind of went a little overboard collecting them, but it's one of those things like it's a part of who I am, And for years, I've wanted to do something like with our band, so as far as like I could have some kind of homage to that for me. So I came up with the Grimlock shirt, which is I'm pretty happy with. It's a pretty cool drawing. I think I did. The joke about Grimlock fucking talking like a caveman is prevalent, but yeah. So that's a shirt. That long spiel about telling you about a shirt design, but I don't know. I'm trying to do some stuff with Tormented, so it's not so dour. I got the Tormented Records or Tormented Sounds shirt that's the rainbow happy thing, because the name Tormented doesn't really bring the image of rainbows and stuff. But along with that, been doing a couple recordings the other night with Travis, singing right here on the drums and bass track for it, and it came out pretty decent. Two of them were covers, but one or maybe both of them will go on our recording or album. So I mean, things are going along. I try to be optimistic and not get down. When life gives you lemons, you smash them and throw them at the fucking people that gave them to you. Because we don't need a fucking lemon. The last thing I gotta say, something's been bothering me for a while, and I haven't really figured out how to eloquently say it. I'm as eloquent sometimes as a hammer, but I hate when I make judgment calls and I'm wrong about them. Sometimes it's about I was mad at someone and I went some way about it, and I couldn't see their side of it. And somebody once told me, there's always three sides of the story: yours, theirs, and the truth. And somewhere between that, you gotta find, a common ground about it. And I don't like being the person who tells people I can't see them or be around them or whatever. I don't like to tell people what they can and can't do. And I hate jealousy, and I hate being in a position where I have to fucking feel like I can't be who I am. Because that's the most important thing to me. The thing I would like my kids to know more than anything is to be themselves. And I want them to grow up and have the freedom to express themselves any way they want, and to be loved and heard and respected for who they are, and not afraid to voice their opinions or to feel a certain way because of who they're around or who they're with or whatever. It's very. We don't all have to be like individuals, or funky hair and whatever, not. But it is important to be our own person and make our own decisions and not let other people dictate our life for us. And it's always bad when people feel that that's what they're doing is just or right. And I'm sorry that I've ever done it to anyone. I'm not perfect. I fucked up a lot, actually. But I never really have malice in my heart when I do things unless it's fucking revenge. And I'm even trying to stay away from that. But that being said, I just want to say thank you for watching these videos. It's funny when some people didn't really watch videos of mine do, and they fucking said things, and it affected them greatly, and it makes me feel like it's important, and I want to continue on with that. So Kevin Easy out. Thanks.